Now, you did say something interesting about the stress management, and sort of a question popped into my mind.
Sure.
Are there certain tools that you use more often than others? Do you find that there's certain things that you might recommend more than others?
Definitely. So, I mean, at a basic level, we start with breathing techniques.
Hmm.
Okay, just basic breathing techniques. It could be journaling. So, really depending on the person, where they're coming from, what have they tried already? What are they
Hmm.
currently doing for stress management?
Hmm.
Because a lot of the time it's nothing, right?
Hmm.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not even walking, and I'm stress eating.
Hmm.
Could be for many of them, their smoking has increased, their drinking has increased. So we look at, again, is it going to be more of a healthier changes, like back to better habits, or are we implementing or providing really
Hmm.
strategies to help manage stress? So a lot of breathing, slowed breathing. We want to try innervate, not to get technical at all here, but innervate their vagus nerve, something I like to
Hmm.
educate them about to read up on it, right?
Hmm.
But it could be for many people. I ask them, how often do you step outside during the day? Never.
Hmm.
Okay, so why don't we start there? Is that something you feel you can do on an afternoon break? Just fresh air,
Hmm.
sunshine, right?
Hmm.
So it could be basics, just change of scenery, bring it in, right? A lot of my stress clients have a hard time sleeping, right?
Hmm.
Everything spills together.
Yeah.
So before going to bed, instead of re-going through the day, right? What should I have said differently? What didn't I say? What's he gonna do? What's the meeting gonna be? No,
Hmm.
no. We want to just get it out on paper, right?
Hmm.
Get it out on paper. That's one strategy. So
Hmm.
different things for different people. The most common, to answer your question, is learning how to manage with deep breathing,
Hmm.
with slowing down. Maybe just understand what's happening. Mindfulness.
Hmm.
You want to go the yoga route? Absolutely. So we just, again, breaking it down small,
Hmm.
see where they can have some control
Hmm.
over their stressful feelings. And when they find out that oftentimes stress is what's causing them to eat differently, make
Hmm.
poorer choices, there's more motivation to work on stress management as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
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 And it sounds like it's a lot of like change in perspective, in mindset, reconnecting to the proper mechanics in breathing. There's a two-way street. You breathe faster, you're more stressed. You're more stressed, you breathe faster. It's almost like a negative feedback loop in a sense. So you want to be able to regain control. And that was something I've dive deep into the last year. The vagus nerve, that sort of just started ringing off a couple books that I was reading the last year, and
Great.
I truly believe it's probably one of the biggest tools that we're not using, at least in the fitness industry. Diaphragmatic breathing, learning how to functionally breathe. And that goes into how to stabilize properly and a number of other things. So it is a really good inroads to a lot of positive change in people's lives.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Is there any book that you recommend on that, the vagus nerve, the breathing, that sort of thing?
I don't have any specific books that I recommend. So, depending on the client, there are some sites that I will send them while I'm speaking with them,
Hmm.
just to go through it with them together. And these are so basic. There's one that I almost joke that it just looks like it's from the 80s. It's simply a ball,
Hmm.
right? Just going down a graph. And we're able to customize with the breathing, inhaling, right? Let's start with four
Hmm.
seconds. Hold of it 2 seconds, for example. Exhale for six. We want to make sure they understand that I want them to exhale for longer than they're breathing in. And
Hmm.
this is one way of innervating the vagus nerve, just to slow things down. And so, no specific books at this time that I do recommend. We have in our corporate programs, we send out our own
Hmm.
resource. So it's a digital book basically for them, and they can fill in questions and just so they can almost have a context and be able to think, what am I doing now? Because these are the questions. How do you find you currently react to a stressful situation?
Hmm.
How would you like to react to a stress? So we go through those kind of questions with them. We talk about different techniques, but depending on the person, depending on their experience, their current motivation, I will tailor that based on other resources that I like to send them. And for some people, it's also going to be meditation.
Hmm. You mentioned the website about the breathing. What's that one?
Off the top of my head, I don't have it.
Okay, no problem. When you give
yes,
it, I'll put it in the show notes for people because that
sure.
might be something to utilize. I know Wim Hof has a form of that as well, like a bubble breath.
Right.
I think Calm has it. There's a few of them out there,
Yes.
and it's just sort of like becoming centered, becoming mindful. It's a form of meditation connected to your breathing again.
Right.
And I can't plug this one enough. I've read the book called Breath last year, the year before, and it was certainly dove deep into all this and how it's all interlaced with each other. So
Right.
these are some recommendations for people if you're looking to improve that area of your life.